Recently, I gave a talk at an event in London called the Top Boy Academy. And it was about how you make it in creative industries and how to stay on top of the digital landscape. The event was a series of talks, workshops, demos, and it was produced by a platform called NTS Radio with Netflix to celebrate the release of the new Top Boy series, giving young Londoners an insight into the inner workings of music, TV, and the film industries. I was speaking alongside loads of the cast members from Top Boy, some featuring Ashley Waters, Michael Ward, and the writer Ronan Bennett, as well as industry experts from the extended NTS family, filmmakers, casting directors, DJs, costume designers, and more. All of the recordings from the event, including my talk, is available online now. If you're interested in learning about creative industries and how to carve a career in media, search for Top Boy Academy on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, or check the NTS site at nts.live. I know you was away, but did you watch the flipping... did you hear about the Bulgaria versus England situation?
No. What happened?
Take a microphone, Callum, man. Shit, because before you know it, Julie's going to be sending me messages why the fuck has Callum not got a microphone?
Yeah.
No, she's ill. She can't talk right now. It's fine.
Oh, shit, okay.
You're right.
Did you hear anything or see anything about it?
No, what happened?
Okay, so basically, England was playing, was it a qualifying game or was it a friendly? Google it. I think it was a qualifying game anyway, yeah? And they was in Bulgaria, and again, like monkey noises, monkey chants, and all of these type of things.
Racist shit in football.
Yeah, bare racist shit in football. And then, like, they've got this 3-strike thing, yeah, where it's like, okay, it happens, and then they, like...
qualification.
Yeah, it's a qualification game. Yeah. Then they talk about it. And basically, once it gets to 3 strikes, that's when they sort of call the game off, yeah? They got to, like, the 2nd strike.
Yeah.
It still was happening. At halftime, they made an announcement. I think that's the 2nd strike, by the way. In the 2nd strike, there was an announcement that basically said, if this continues, then the game's going to be abandoned. So then you had, like, a big section of the crowd that went, they just left. But while they was there, right, they were making bare monkey noises. They had, like, a little flipping... a jumper up that said no respect, so they're not respecting the UEFA thing and all of that stuff. And like they were essentially making political statements while they was there. Do you get me?
Yeah,
like,
they was doing it to say we're doing it.
Yeah, we're here and this is it. We don't love blacks. They have no place here. Get the fuck out.
Which is crazy. I did shows in Bulgaria, and like there's some people, which in every country there are some people that are great people. Do you see what I'm saying? But for them to do that on such a big scale, that's a bit mad.
Of course. Do you know what it is? Like, my opinion and all the things that I'm going to say actually isn't aimed at, like, Bulgarian people as a whole.
Yeah. I'm what happened at that game.
At that game, and, like, how I just see things when it comes to, like, race and sport and all of that type of stuff. But anyway, so, boom. That's all happened now. They've left. But even when they've left, the second half has started, and there's still people in the crowd making monkey noises, and like it's still a thing. In the end, England ended up winning 6-0.
Standard.
Yeah,
love that.
They won the game and that, and then there was like conversations about
the game was there. They was focusing on making monkey noises, and you lose 6.
Yeah, you lose exactly.
You lose by 6 points.
But like they ended up like there was obviously conversations about black players leaving the pitch, like just walking off, like that's what they should do and whatever. Yeah. Now, firstly, my opinion on this is there should never be any blame on any of the players whatsoever in anything. You can't victimize a man for being victimized. That doesn't even make no sense. It really stems from these old people in UEFA offices and stuff like that, because the reality is they don't give a fuck about. I don't think they care about black people and it's
not their main concern.
and race issues within football, bearing in mind it's a massive thing, and it has been a big deal. So ultimately it should really be about them. But my thing is that like when everyone was saying or a lot of people were saying black people, like the black players and that should have like walked off the pitch and that, you know what my thought was?
What?
I actually don't even think that the black players should walk off. Yeah,
it's not.
I kind of do and I don't. Yeah, before I get to the punchline, I kind of think that like it would be amazing if someone did make that stance.
Yeah.
Like I would love to see that. I would love to see somebody say, you know what, fuck this.
And just walk
like fuck it, innit? Because at the end of the day, yeah, I get people say, oh, you know what, they did it on the pitch. They won the game and they got the 3 points and that. But there's certain things that are just bigger than the game and are bigger than 3 points and all of that stuff. Yeah. And you got players like Raheem Sterling, who's forever talking about race and stuff like that. He's doing a lot of things for, you know, talking up about these type of things. But you know what would be good? It would be good if one day man just said, you know what, fuck it.
On a Kaepernick vibe and just made a stand.
I'm leaving. Yeah. I remember Etu did that for Barcelona, but all the players were like trying to bring him back and that, and they did bring him back, and he ended up playing. I think he got a hat trick, whatever it is, yeah. And I think he that was when he like ran to the crowd and like sort of did a monkey thing, yeah. But like, yeah, it would be good to do that. But you know what would be even better?
What?
Is if the white players walked off.
Oh, yeah, I'm so glad.
That was more my thing.
Yeah,
that was more my thing.
Yeah.
If the white players said, you know what, I'm picking a side.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm walking off.
Yeah.
I'm not having that. Like, I'm not and maybe this might be a bit different, yeah. But, and I'm sure some people will say this is different, but let me tell you this, yeah. You see, like, my brethren. Say my brethren is doing something here where he's we're in a space where he's doing something and people are disrespecting my brethren, yeah. They may not necessarily be directly disrespecting me, but in some way you are.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Yes, maybe he might say, cool, doesn't matter, Chucks, I can tolerate it.
Yeah.
But I might just say, you know what? Nah, fuck that. You're disrespecting my brethren in front of my own eyes. And even though he says that he can tolerate it, I know he don't like it. I know he don't like it. So I'm going to act. And if I might act and I might while out and do something mad, so it'd be better that I don't do that. But maybe acting might mean that I have to walk off. And sometimes I feel that, like, you know, you have to do things for the bigger picture. And for as far as I'm concerned, winning games and scoring goals isn't really the bigger picture. Because man's been doing that.
Yeah, you do that anyway.
Man's doing that.
Yeah, it's not an achievement. Well, it's an achievement. Obviously, big up the players and everything that they do. But the biggest statement is white players walking off. Because even in terms of that making like an international kind of discussion point around it, it's almost like you expect the victim to walk off in protest. Yeah. Do you get me? You don't expect anybody to stand up for the victim before it even gets to that point. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think that would be...
If black players walk off, this is the thing, black players can't win, because if they stay on the pitch, then obviously people will have something to say. If they walk off, some people will say, oh, why didn't you just do all of that?
That was my point.
But my thing is this, yeah? I just think anyway, do you know what I'm on? I'm on mass white walkouts. Yeah. How about that? Mass white walkouts. Imagine Harry Kane and all of them man said, you know what, now fuck all of that.
I'm out.
Like, yeah,
I'm out as a team.
I'm out.
And
do you know what? Yeah. And then, do you know what? UEFA would shit themselves if that happened. Yeah. Because again, the only way that I feel that these people are going to do something, you can't play on their heartstrings because they won't get it. Yeah. You can't like try to make them understand things because they don't care. Because there's just money coming in. You have to affect the pocket. Yeah. You have to affect the pocket. So if it means that there's a mass white walkout at bare times, then maybe they'd shit themselves and they'll do something about it. Yeah. Some people say, oh, you know, but like walking off makes the racists win, but I just think I don't understand how it makes them win, because see, for me, and Poets made me understand this more than anything, yeah. I don't know, I feel like Poet's opinion would be very different to mine. I feel like we'd probably have an argument on this, to be honest with you. But like, I'm gonna ring him anyway. I'm gonna ask him what he thinks. But as far as I'm concerned, yeah, like, let's just say if there was white mass walkouts, yeah, every time something like that happened, yeah. Football, from how Poet and from what I've seen through Poet and Vuj, and obviously from my own understanding, yeah, in a lot of countries, it's like, it's not just football. It's like a part of their culture. It's like their everyday living. Like football in certain countries is such a big deal. It's like a religion, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? When you're born in a certain area, it's almost like gangs. You know, like when you like grow in a certain area, you're just affiliated to just being a Crip or being a Blood or whatever it is. It's like like that with football. So, okay, cool. one game gets abandoned and people say, oh, like the racists win, yeah. But imagine like this happened and like there was white mass walkouts like every 20 minutes in just bare games. After a while, man are actually just going to start getting fed up.
Yeah.
Because you know what it's like, yeah? What happens is the racists love football the same way. They do. Some of them do go there just to cause trouble and that. But some of them love football. It's within them too. So they want to have the bragging rights as well. So if every moment something like that was happening, one, that would be jarring for them. And two, you see, for the regular punters, some of them might might just be a bit more active in stopping man from coming in the fucking thing. Because you know what? I'm trying to bring my youth to watch the game. Yeah. I'm trying to watch it. We're trying to get the free. We're trying to win the thing. Or like
great memories.
Sometimes certain things, are literally certain games and points are balanced on whether you win a title or whether you get relegated. So if this keeps happening, my team might get relegated. Or they might not even win. So we need to start making extra steps as a community to stop having these people coming in here and fucking up the shit. Do you get what I'm saying? But that can only happen with white mass walkouts. That's it. Yeah, definitely. Like black players walking off is not gonna do very much.
It's not.
But it would be good if man did that.
Yeah.
They don't have to, but it would be good.
100%. 100%. It's crazy. I'm surprised I didn't know nothing about this, but I think it's because football wasn't my thing. Yeah. I was a fight fan, so like boxing, UFC, mixed martial arts, like I know everything about that, and then I kind of lose track of all the other sports. But you realise that like most conversations that come past me about football are never necessarily just about the matches. It's about the culture behind it and what's going on and how much it really affects people. So a statement like that would translate over to so many different industries as well, where similar things are happening. Do you know what I mean? And kind of inspire a bigger change. You see what I'm saying? So
usually, bro, like I feel like big change. In order for change to happen, somebody has to feel uncomfortable. That's the first thing. Yeah. Somebody has to feel uncomfortable. So somebody's got to do something that makes somebody uncomfortable. That's one way that you're going to get change. But another way that you're going to get change is if you have people that have the privilege to pick a side. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, see, like even with women, like with women rights and stuff like that. Yeah, it's cool when you see like a bunch of women come together and say stuff and talk about like the issues that they're having and try to make understanding and that. But you know what really cuts through? When a man says, nah, you lot are moving mad. When a man says to a group of men, nah, bro,
what you're doing,
you can't say that. You can't move like that. That's fucking crazy.
100%. There's so many other things it will translate towards that. Are important, because like even within the music industry sometimes, and there's definitely an imbalance between how men are treated and how women are treated. And it would be a lot more effective, unfortunately, if more of the men stood up and said this isn't okay, because not only would obviously it inspire change and all that kind of stuff, it would allow so many more female artists to be themselves. Genuinely. Do you see what I'm saying? So like the world is very imbalanced, and I think we would love the one side to always kind of stand up, but like you can't expect it. Do you know
White mass walkouts. That's what I'm saying. White.
I love that name.
Walkouts.
White mass walkouts. And it sounds like a cult. It sounds like some cult shit,
bro.
Like some James
I think
Town
it would
shit.
just be. I think that would just that statement there would just be insane. But also as well, bro, I do feel that like, I mean, I am starting to feel that like we're in a time where we as like our generation and just like our culture and that a lot of times don't always see the bigger picture in things and don't always like and are enabled to make decisions based on the bigger picture. Like, and sometimes making selfless decisions for the bigger picture of like of your people or even what you may say that you stand for. And what I mean by that is that I think that like, you know, everyone will all say all of this lovely bright stuff and that, stuff, but when it's time to actually, actively do something, it's not happening, bro. And you know what? When you look back, like just in past days and that, there are people that were literally on a vibe of, I'm gonna die. Like, I'm just gonna have to do that. I'm just gonna, if it means I have to die from the youths for my youths or for my grandchildren or for whatever it may be to have to be able to make music and go out here and flex and all of that. Because look at it like this, yeah. I don't know. Was you born in Ghana?
No, I was born here.
You was born here, yeah. Your parents were obviously born there, yeah, and they've come here, whatever. So I don't know your direct situation with them, but sometimes some people come here, like families and that come here because they need to get away from all of the madness that's happening back home and come back for opportunities for their children and stuff like that, yeah. And sometimes those things come of a thing of like, you know what, like it's hard for me, but I need to find myself in a predicament for the better of my kids or for people in general, especially like black people hundreds of years ago, risking their lives rebelling against slaves and all of these type of things, knowing that, you know what, I'll die, but it means that if we all die, then like in the end, people are going to end up reaping the rewards of what we ended up doing. Yeah, I just feel like now people will say all of this good shit, but when it's time to actually do something about it, I don't see anyone doing nothing other than the Extinction Rebellion lot.
They're going hard.
They're going hard. These lot are super gluing their hands to shit. Jarring, man. And you know what? Okay, do you know what? I think that they're jarring. They're jarring, but guess what, Koji?
They're jarring. I hear it.
I think
it's effective.
No. I don't even necessarily think that it's effective today.
In terms of like making a splash, we're talking about them. That's what they want.
Yeah, we are talking about it.
Yeah,
right now.
But do you know what my overall point is? Yeah, they are. I'm not defending them like that, but what I'm saying is, you see, with all of that madness that they're doing, I can almost guarantee that in years to come, something good of it might have come from it. And you know what? People might have died doing it. They might have lost their hand or a bunch of skin because they fucking super gluing this. But at least they're fighting for what they believe in. Like, how hard are you? How hard are we gonna do that? How hard are we gonna go?
That.
Man, are we just gonna score goals? Are we just gonna score goals and get the 3 points and say, you know what, we're doing it?
Why mass walkouts?
Walkouts, bro. Sometimes you have to do it for the bigger picture. It's not just about the goals and the 3 points. Man's been doing that.
Yeah.
Like that's nothing.
The Extinction lot have a good intention. Climate change is a real problem. I hear that.
Yeah.
I think some of the shenanigans. Do you know what it is? I'm trying to figure out how to word it, but I just feel like I just got to say it how it is.
Go on.
I feel like there's a big difference in how white people get to protest and how black people get to protest.
Oh, we would have, enough people are dead.
And like, there's one of them that I saw and I just went, literally was like, what is going on? I think it's when they showed up to the Treasury and blasted it with liters of fake blood.
Oh yeah, that's all mad.
But it's the picture. They was just there. So in my head, I'm thinking the time it takes for you to empty all of that fake blood out onto the Treasury, like the response times would have been so much different. Do you get me? Like,
of course,
it would have been so much different. And it's not even necessarily like a white protest, black protest thing. Let's say that was India man, or Pakistani man, or Bengali man trying to make a statement about friggin' climate change.
They'd have been shot
and emptied blood on the Treasury. They're not gonna look at it like, do you get me? Like it's for the climate and all that kind of stuff. So sometimes some of it, I'm just like, this just feels like an exhibition of privilege.
Oh yeah, I hear.
Do you see what I'm saying?
I hear that still.
Like, what was the other one? It's like they even gave a cheeky warning. They said, soon we're gonna fuck up the trains. We apologise to all people that it fucks up your train journey for, but we have to do this for climate change. And I'm like, no, you don't. People need to get to work. Yeah, because whether the climate is going up or going down, if I don't make rent, I'm on the street, burning up with the water and melting like the ice caps. So like, it's
my because I 100% agree with what you're saying. Mine is more just the sentiment of like, these people are going hard. Yeah, with the thing of nothing is going to change right now, but hopefully at some point it will. I may not agree with how they're going about it, but like. There does become a point where it's like in football, like we scoring, like winning 3 point, kick raises them out of football. Yeah, there's a couple of footballers that are coming out and doing so much for that. I don't even want to take that away. There's bare of them that's doing that. But there has to be a point where a man says,
"I'm out." Do you know what I mean? And just leaves.
Gone.
Do
you get what I'm saying? Yeah. Leave. I'm off. Man can't tell me nothing, but more so white mass walkouts.
White mass walkouts.
Let me just ring Poet before.
It's the name of that episode. 100%. That's the name of the episode.
White mass walkouts.
Trust me. You call him Poe?
Yeah. Poet has a lot of good things.
He'd have more to say about the football side.
Oh yeah.
I watch fighting so avidly that I'm just lost half the time.
Hello, hi.
How are you doing?
Not too bad. Your reception's a bit bad.
Hear me?
Yeah. Do you know what? Put this on this microphone.
You want to call me normally?
Oh yeah, I'll ring you normally. One sec.
Oh, you can't.
Oh no, he was just about to say I can't, isn't it?
He's probably thinking because you're underground.
Yo, fam.
What you saying, brother? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me, yeah? Can you hear me, bro?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you, fam.
Alright, cool. I've got somebody in here that you that I know that you respect and that you have that I've heard you say good things about.
Well, go on, Poe.
She's really nice.
I got Koji Radical in here with me.
Listen, Koji is someone I love, fam. That is someone I genuinely love, and I'm pissed off I'm not there now, fam. Now.
I know, Poe. I know, but we'll do this again.
We'll do it again, definitely.
I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. Koji Radical, mate, one of the most unique, one of the most interesting, and such a great example of UK music. Seriously, fam. And not even just UK music, just the UK in general, fam. Just to know that man's associated in some capacity with someone like that makes me very happy.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, man. He's definitely a real one. I had to bring him in.
He's another person that's not afraid to give people their flowers.
My guy,
Yeah,
fam.
Poet's definitely,
What
Poet's always been a person who can give flowers. Do you know what though? I just wanted your quick take on something, bro, because I know it's like it's definitely your field and something that you are massively, humongously passionate about.
Yeah.
And I couldn't have a conversation with it without your take. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me, like, what from your perspective, yeah, like, how do you feel about the England-Bulgaria situation?
Do you want to be very, very 100 of you?
Go on.
The whole thing's a con, mate. Thank you. I'll show you what. This is what I genuinely believe about the situation. I could be wrong. England are trying to deflect from what they do so badly, which is provide a safe and secure environment for individuals of ethnic minorities and so on and so forth within this country. They do such a bad job that they do what my cousins used to do when I was younger. So my cousins used to do bad things. I didn't trouble anyone. The moment I done something bad, but Toy done it as well. And it's just like, bro, forget what I'm doing. Dance a yard before you dance abroad. Sort out our country, bro. Like, why are we talking about what's happening in Bulgaria? Let's take a look at Bulgaria. It's inside like the Balkans area within the world, where they're very deprived of so many different things. I just think that when England came out and said, oh, is it going to happen again? This group of individuals who are very frustrated in Bulgaria, I don't necessarily think it's about black people. It may be parts of it, but I doubt that their biggest problem is black people. Them men are just pissed off. So the moment you say the English come and say, don't do this, don't do that, they're just going to do everything that the English said not to do. They don't give a damn if it offends black people. They don't give a damn if it offends white people. They don't give a damn. They just don't like the English. I say to people, when I went Russia, one guy, the only time I had racial issues is when a guy said to me, go back to your country. So I instantly thought, I'm raised in England, saying go back to like, Africa and all that. Johnny goes, I hate the English. All of you go back. People need to get this whole ideology that these people, I'm not saying they like black people, not for one thing, and I'm not condoning what they've done. I fully know it's wrong. We all know it's wrong. But stop deflecting and pushing away. The English have got a massive problem, bro.
Well, we
stay on the line, though.
Yeah, we got. Go on.
He said, the English have a massive problem. Stay on the line.
Stay on the line. Do you know what? I feel that, like, see, like, even when we was talking about, like, the white mass walkouts and stuff like that, yeah. A lot of that, when I'm thinking about it, should happen in England. Because we talk about, like, racism in these different countries and all of that, yeah. We've got a big issue in England. So, go on, bro.
I'm getting an Uber at the same time. Yeah, fam, I just think, honestly, man, I can genuinely say to you, yes, it's bad, but the English are so happy this happened. And now we don't have to talk about what happened last season at the North London Derby where Banana Skin thrown at Aubameyang, or we don't have to talk about Raheem Sterling getting racially abused numerous times, or we don't have to talk about John Barnes talking absolute shit every single time he gets an opportunity to speak on TV. We don't talk about any of those things.
What's wrong with James Barnes? What is wrong with John Barnes, by the way?
John Barnes is he's lost the plot, geezer. He's actually lost the plot.
Well, you need to get him on your podcast, bro.
That'd be a great.
Get him on the Poet and Vooge podcast.
That'd be amazing.
Is it Uber for Poet? Amazing. My friends are coming around the corner just now, yeah? Thank you, bro. So I say that again?
Get him on the Poet and Vooge podcast.
Necessary.
Where? Poet and Vooge podcast?
Yeah.
Do what? No, bro, like, the fam, he is a couple of nuggets short of a Happy Meal, fam. So, yeah. Welcome, brother.
What do you think the solution is, bro?
Welcome, brother. How you saying, fam? Very quickly, I got a rush, my bro. No problem. Sorry, lad.
Sorry. What do you think the solution is, though?
What's that?
What do you think the solution is?
What do I think the solution is?
Yeah.
There is no immediate solution. I think everyone needs to stop trying to figure out a way of solving the problem right now and appreciating there's a process and a journey. No problem, bro. One sec.
Different opinions.
My G, one love, family, yeah?
Do bed chopping on this.
Thank you, my bro. Blessings, brother. Yeah. So, I don't think there's a problem. I don't think there's a solution. Hey, Cameron. I don't think there's a mad solution. Alright, fam. I don't think there's a mad solution right now. I genuinely think we need to appreciate that we're all part of the process in trying to get there where we need to go. But the first part is honesty and saying, no, you know what, guys? Like, we're doing a lot of things that are wrong as well. Let's sort out what we are doing badly so we can become an example for everyone else to kind of follow. And we're out here just trying to tell people what they should and what they shouldn't do. And these times we're doing the same thing. It just doesn't make sense to me, bro.
I agree.
Yes, they're an extreme example of what's happening in terms of output of energy. But you know what the killer is? I think after that situation there manifests, they just go back to their normal lives and just do what they're doing. In this country, bruv, an incident happens, fam. It's clearly a racial issue, and I'm talking about 2015, 2014, and then the media don't support it. Let's not forget, in 96, 97, Ian Wright had a problem with Peter Schmeichel, which was clearly racial, and the world ignored it and tried to make Ian Wright seem like the bad guy when he got called a black something. And these things don't make sense to me. Do you know what I mean?
I hear you. I fully agree, bro.
But the moment you can monopolize off it and it becomes an industry and you can make money, all of a sudden it's a talking point. But before, what you're talking about, and it's not popular culture, it's just another thing that's happening in the world that we should ignore because we have really important things. I just feel like everyone's got an agenda, and if you don't have one, you're probably a part of someone's agenda. And if that's all right, you can do what you want, but just ask yourself, are you a part of an agenda you're proud to be a part of? At least be a part of an agenda that makes a bit of sense. If you're just not going to be, have your own agenda, fair enough. Some people do follow in life, but at least follow the right thing. At least try to be guided by the right thing.
What an amazing mindset this guy has sometimes, bro.
That was really good,
bro. I think I'll just leave it there.
Yeah, I think that was really great.
We'll talk. I'm gonna bring Koji back anyway. We'll all three of us will chat. We'll do it.
Please, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. All right, lads. Well, I actually miss you, lot, man. Chucky, please, can you just come see me today or tomorrow, son?
On the weekend, definitely. We'll link on the weekend.
Yeah, I love the man, then, fam. Say no more.
I love, bro. So Koji's with us today. Poet's not here. He's in Manchester.
Is that where he is?
Yeah, he's in Manchester. He's doing. I don't know who he's working with at the moment. Obviously, he's not working with Copper 90 anymore. So he's like loads of different companies.
That's what I'm saying. But I think that was one of the better things to happen for him.
Definitely.
If I'm being honest. If I'm keeping it G.
Yeah, I think so. And you know what? On top of that as well, just of late.
Yeah.
He just seems happier.
Yeah. I think it was one of the last things, and he can correct me when he's here.
Yeah.
But that freed him from the restraints of working with corporations.
Yeah.
And allowed him to be the poet that we all love, which is just himself. Because even when he makes a mistake, he's the first to own up to it. And he'll take it on the chest, and he'll take all criticisms that come with it. Yeah. So really and truly, after that, what more do you want from the boy?
Yeah, he don't like restrictions.
Nah.
No. He is a person who doesn't sit well with them. And the thing is, I think, that even like how things are for him at the moment,
Yeah.
like it's amazing. And there is going to get to a point again where there's going to be a big bag for him, which means that within that big bag there might be a couple of restrictions.
Yeah,
and in the
yeah.
beginning it feels great.
cool though, eat,
but then
man.
do you get what I'm saying?
Eat, man.
And after a while again, you might start feeling like, I need to, you know what I mean?
Free up again. But I think what he's got going on with Vuj gives him that freedom. All the football kind of discussions, even what he's doing with Harry and Philly and all them, man. Like,
Yeah, of course.
it's wavy, man.
Even what Philly's doing at the moment is sick.
I love what.
I
Philly's
can't lie to
crazy.
you. We had him here as well before, and I even said like ages ago, I was like, "There's something about him."
Yeah, he's wavy. I met him at Carnival. He's probably thinking, "Who's this brother?" But like, I think Harry introduced us, and he was like, "Yeah, cool." But I just at that moment, I wanted to geek out and be like, "Yo, I'm a fan.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I really rate what you got going on." But it's Carney, innit? You know.
Do you know what?
Vibes.
Actually, that even because I was thinking about something the other day, and it's always kind of sick when you hear an artist say that they are a fan of somebody in some way, but like not a fan of another artist, but a fan of somebody else that's doing something else.
Yeah.
And it's like it goes to where I would say like people were having this conversation about like maybe artists shouldn't have conversations about like lists, like top 10 lists and whatever. And in my head, I'm like, do you know what? If anyone really should, it should be certain artists.
Yeah,
do you know
be
why? Because some of you lot are super fans of
and we're
certain
non-biased.
things.
Yeah, we're non-biased.
And non-biased. Well, sometimes you might be. If it's a rapper list,
Yeah.
do you get what I'm saying? Man might...
I'm at the top.
Yeah, I'm at the top. Do you get what I'm saying? But with that being said, though, a lot of you are super fans of what's going
100%.
on around you
But that's
and what's
one of the
happened before
reasons
you.
why I reached out to Harry Pinero. Like I've got a tune on my new project, Cashmere Tears, called Sugar, and in one of the lines I rapped about him. But like I reached out to him first, just on a genuine fan level of just like. Obviously, when I was making that project, I struggled with all kind of like, it's no secret, I've been open about it, like mental health, depression, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. So when I found things that genuinely made me laugh and made me happy, even if it was for 30 seconds, 60 seconds, that's when I got heavy into YouTube and things like that. Just moments to kind of escape and laugh at something that's actually a reflection of life.
Yeah.
I had to stand up and hate it up, do you see what I'm saying? So that's why even your podcast, like I listen to it all the time when I was going through my thing, just to hear people talk about other things.
Yeah.
Do you get me? That weren't going on in my head. Do you see what I'm saying? So I think it's nice to celebrate people while they're here. I'm very much a believer of giving people their flowers.
I'm fully on that. I'm just fully on doing that and just talking about, because I don't know, there's just a lot of things that's happening at the moment that I'm like, like there's like certain things that are just not normal, and because things move so quickly, sometimes you have to take a moment to actually understand that shit, there's some real inspiring things happening around, man. But anyway, before we even get into all of that, Boom, you've just come straight back from where? You come up from Germany, yeah?
Yeah, I was in Berlin.
Berlin, yeah? Suitcase at the back over there, so everything.
Trust me, we're working, man. We're busy. We're moving.
What shows?
No, I was filming I don't know if I can, whatever. I was filming a Colours. So I did my second Colours. But we did something really cool. I think I'll keep that as a surprise. I don't know when this probably dropped before it.
Yeah.
But we did something really special with the episode.
Oh man.
Which was nice. So it's gonna be a nice one. Like I've got like a long history with Colours, which is like, it's crazy how much support they still show me, because like I was on Colours in the era where millions of views was kind of rare. You wouldn't always get one.
Like massive thing.
It was like a big thing.
Big deal.
And mine didn't get 1 million views. Yeah. But it was always a conversation starter. People always referenced it and came back to it. And in terms of how it helped me, it opened me up to a world, like a more of a worldwide audience. Yeah. So we go back. So like in the process of making Cashmere Tears or whatever, they was down at the shows and just vibing, and they saw the atmosphere that we brought to the live shows. Yeah. And they really were just like, if we're gonna do another one, we want that. Dope. Do you get me? We want that live energy. Yeah. So we did something really special. Who's bothering me?
You know what? I actually really want to talk about your life, but I'm going to do that later on as well.
Yeah.
Obviously, was away for a tiny bit, so for some people who missed the podcast and that, like I was in Jamaica. I came back, and the day that I got back, bro, I got flu immediately.
What was Jamaica saying though?
As the second I got back, The second I got back, within about an hour, I started feeling like, like something's coming on. And then within like a couple of hours, bro, full blown flu.
Finished.
And I'm a man as well. When I get on the aeroplane, I'll always wear like thick clothing and stuff like that.
You're not gonna get hot slippers by the aircon,
because it's obviously the aircon, it's cold, all of that type of shit. Bro, it probably caught me. But bro, Jamaica, man. I don't have because I remember last time, obviously, I had the story about shades and all of that. I did go shades again this time around. I did see the midget again. Do you know what? In fact, the time that I went to shades again, I did see the midget, but he wasn't piping this time. He was like standing by some little balcony thing or whatever, and I think he was getting ready to pipe.
He was like,
yeah. But there was someone else piping. Someone else was piping on the stage.
Ready.
Fam, like, it's mad, Like,
I ain't
literally.
been to Jamaica,
And can I just say, this is not a proper representation. This is just a strip club, and this is one of the strip clubs, and that's just what an element of what they do.
I've only ever been to a strip club in I've been to some here, but they're trash.
Do you like them? Do you like any strip club anywhere?
I went to one in New Zealand and I had a great time, but for the dumbest reason. I was jet lagged but awake. So we've landed and like my team, like my tour manager and my DJ, all of them went to sleep. I'm awake.
Oh, so you went on your one?
Yeah, I'm awake. So I've gone out to a bar first. I've made loads of like friggin' friends in there. Okay. It was a movie. Night finishes, bars closing. I'm like to them, realistically, I'm still up. So what's still open? They're like, the only thing that will still be open is the strip club. But we got a jet. So I'm like, do you know what? You only live once. Let's just go in it. Roll up, yeah. I get to the door, and it's like the security guard's looking at me funny, and I'm thinking, oh, all right, let's just soldier it. But I've not put anything together in my head in it. I've just thought it's normal for me to turn up there, innit? Yeah, but it's fully not. Like how I dress.
Yeah.
Like English accent, black in New Zealand. What you doing here? Why are you by yourself? Like who is this person? Kind of thing. Yeah. Get up the stairs. The lady that gives you the stripper money for cash, same look. I get inside, I sit down, and as soon as I get inside, I thought to myself, whoa, Coach, what are you doing here? Like, do you know what I mean? You could have went to bed. This is fine. Yeah. You could have went to bed. It's fine.
I get them moments.
Yeah,
definitely.
Instantly.
Yeah.
So I've gone to the bar and sheepishly ordered like a cider, and I walked to the nearest seat with my head down because I was like trying to like gain my senses a little bit. And when I've lifted my head up, I realized how close I am to the stripper pole. So as they're stripping and they turn around, they see me directly.
Are they women walking around as well? Or
yeah,
are they just
yeah. So like one will be on the pole, one will be doing a lap, if that makes sense, like collecting tips. But I think they saw I just got there, so they skipped me. So the girl comes off the pole, comes around, chats to me, hears the accent, interested, says, I'm going to come back. Now. Yeah, she said, I'm going to come back and talk to you. So she goes into the back. The next stripper comes off the pole, comes around, collects the tips, has the same conversation with me, says, I'm going to come back and talk to you. This happens 3 more times. So now within 45 minutes of being in the strip club, I've just got 4 strippers sat around me and we're just talking about everything. We're talking about new girl, traveling, music. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? Just like proper genuine conversation. Yeah. And like to the point where they were so happy that I weren't one of them guys that was just like trying to do the most. Yeah. That they would go champagne room, come back with a fresh bottle of champagne for me and said, we didn't pop it in there so you could drink it or whatever. Like, stop drinking cider. Like, do you know what I mean?
So you actually caught a different type of vibe.
Yeah. I was like, and then they came to the show the next day.
Did they?
No way, you ran into the show.
They came to the show the next day. All the front row were strippers.
Mad. You definitely made time.
Like my shows are, like, that's what I'm saying. My shows are such a, like, it's a great time.
They must
it's a weird time. Well. It's lovely. Everyone's there.
Yeah, do you know what it is though? You see, like, especially after this time going to Shades, yeah, I've been to strip clubs all over the place.
Shout out Calendar Girls, by the way. I think they deserve a shout out.
Say that again?
Calendar Girls.
Is that what they're called? Yeah. Shout out to them still. Yeah. But I just don't like. Do you know what? It's not that I don't. It's just not for me. You know, I just realised it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like for somebody to pretend that I am the best thing since sliced bread. Because I might be to some people, but you don't think that immediately.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I could be handsome, innit? I could be.
You could be.
But like,
in this moment,
like this whole thing of like, oh my God. Like, I just want to rip your clothes off type vibe. I just know that it's not really that.
Not good for
it's
your
about the
self-esteem.
peas and all of that.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't know, man. Like, as soon as I walked in, the girls grabbing my nipple and all of these type of things. Yeah, I know. And you know what the thing is? My nipples are sensitive already. So I need to eradicate
Chill
this
out.
before anything
Why do girls
stupid
think
stuff.
nipple play is cool? Like, most guys' nipples are quite like...
Are your nipples sensitive?
Yeah, man. Like, it's annoying. It's been annoying since I was a kid, and they're tiny, so people just feel the need to do the most. And I'm
but
like,
see when you're with a girl that you like or your missus or whatever it is, and she touches them,
That's
does it go off?
It's like,
Does it go off?
does it go off? It's like, if we're in a scenario where it's about to pop off, there's certain zones. That's one of them.
Oh
admit to
yeah.
that.
If I'm with my
I'll give you
girl or a girl I'm seeing, whatever it is, yeah, or I'm in that situation and she does that, it's going off.
Yeah.
It's going off.
Yeah. Do you know what? To be fair, I think, it might just be because I'm
Explosive.
I went to a strip club in Johannesburg, and I think it just might be strip clubs in like African, Caribbean countries are just more rags from the get-go.
Yeah.
Like, from moment you walk in, it's kind of not even a strip club. It's just like a place full of whatever the fuck. Like, you feel me? Like, I remember being in Joburg and seeing this stripper come off the stage, grab this guy, pull him on the stage, strip him.
Oh shit.
On the stage. And then by the time he realised he was naked, she had his piece.
Oh yeah, see? Yeah.
And it was on the stage.
Yeah, I think when you go to strip clubs anyway, you have to know, like, in terms of your money, you got to know how to pat.
pat.
Depending on how your bank is, and depending on how like reasonable you want to be, because you can. Like, I'll always have one money in one side of the pocket, and then another money another side of the pocket, and one of that is like this. Like, on my, say for example, my left side is like that's my everyday whatever. And then on the right side is this is what I've come here to spend.
Yeah, to
do you get what I'm saying? So you know what? I might give. One thing I don't mind is being in the strip club and then like a girl dancing on the pole and stuff like that. And if my vibe takes me, I might just like
throw a little dance.
throw some. Especially if she's doing certain things on the pole, because you got to understand, sometimes these women make that look very easy. It's really difficult. Like, your upper body strength that you've got to have to be able to climb up there just like that and hang off with just your hands, and then even the lower body strength where you like the legs are gripping the pole and then they let go of it and they drop.
And that's the thing, you don't see it in. I won't bait her up, but someone I know is, because it's on her private Instagram, so it's like she probably just wants to keep private. But she's just started her stripper lessons. Yeah, but she's filming it from day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4. When she's trash. Yeah, you feel me? So even just watching the basics of how they climb the pole and stay up there, let alone do all of them tricks, you might as well throw something.
Do you know what? Even that, you see the whole thing of just climbing up the pole, bro.
That's hard.
Like, that's hard, fam.
That's very difficult.
Like, just climbing up a skinny pole as well.
Yeah, it's a myth.
It's hard to do that.
You could even try it with a lamppost now and you'll fail. I promise.
Yeah, definitely.
I promise.
Maybe a rope. If you're doing it on a rope, it's a little bit easier
because
it's moved. Like, you got grip and it moves in a way that to angle your body in that. Yeah, but a steel pole to climb up that is very difficult.
And you stay up it. Stay up it with your thighs.
Yeah, but you know what they're doing sometimes, fam? They're grabbing the pole. Yeah, that. But you know what they're doing sometimes? They're grabbing the pole. And like sometimes they don't even have their legs round it. They might just be sat like next to it.
Yeah, they're just sat
and holding it like this.
Do you know what I mean? Still talking to people, ordering drinks. Wild. I love it, man.
So one of them did one thing where they had their legs wrapped around it kind of thing. Then they've like let go and they've slid all the way down like mad fast. And
then caught themselves.
Just at the bottom. Yeah. See, things like that, you're gonna get my money in that. And I don't mind watching that because I also understand how difficult that is. But like,
if you're just on your neck,
you see, like when I'm just chilling, I don't
nipples.
want like someone coming up to me rubbing my nipples and doing all that type of stuff and all of that. Unless it's just more of a thing of, do you know what? Would you like a dance?
For a strip club, I feel.
Huh?
Maybe she just was on you.
I've had that here.
Oh man,
I've had that in England.
But what strip clubs are even good in England? Because I've been to some terrible ones. Terrible ones. Like they came round with a beer mug, ready to collect pound coins for the strip dance, and I was like,
that sounds a bit.
Yeah, it was pretty big.
Yeah, I'm not. Do you know what?
I'm not a strip club attendee for everybody listening. I'm not like, because I've spoken about 4 different strip clubs.
You guys are in there.
No, do you know what it is?
It's for the culture,
of course. Like, do you know what it is? Yeah, like I've been to a lot, but a reason why I've actually been to as many as I have is because sometimes when you go to certain countries, I feel like there's certain places where it'd be rude not to.
Yeah.
Like say I haven't been to Miami. I ain't been to Miami, but it'd be rude.
Yeah, I understand you with Miami.
It'd be rude not to do that. It'd be maybe rude not to do it in Vegas.
Yeah.
Maybe even I went to New York and I went to but
LA, you can kind of get sucked in.
Yeah, but in America it's a bit different because like there was like an era of hip hop where that was massively a part of the culture,
and that's where music. That's how Future blew up in strip
enough
clubs.
artists did, Juicy J and all of that. Like these lot were like busting through the strip club and that. If you wanted to if you wanted your tune if you wanted to be known in some capacity or whatnot, if the DJ was playing it in the strip club and it was banging, then like.
Oh yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you go to like other places in the world and it's just like, why not? You know what I mean? And like
it was my birthday in Johannesburg. That was my excuse.
Oh really? Yeah. Well, this time around, I went to Jamaica this time with like 9 of my cousins and that. A couple wanted to go, and like we went. It was. You know what I mean? It was what it was. But aside from that, our holiday was more than just a fucking strip club.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. What was Jamaica saying?
Yeah, Jamaica as a whole, I've been enough times, but it was again amazing, bro.
Yeah.
Like seriously. This country is so rich in culture, and resources. And I think that like sometimes I feel Jamaican people are misunderstood. And one of the reasons why I say that, I don't like it's hard because I don't want to go into too much details about this because I don't want to like offend anyone like that, you know, I was in Jamaica with, or anyone who has this thought process or whatever. But like sometimes I feel that there is a certain level of conditioning that we have from here or from different parts of the world that we may, like some people may not be conscious of it, like as in the direct in their brain here, but in the back of their brain it's like a black fear. It's like this thing of like, you know what, you're going to go to a place like this and these people are going to kill you, they're going to rob you, they're angry, it's violent. You'll say to some people, like some people will be like, oh, like what's Jamaica like or whatever, and you tell them and then you might say to them, have you ever been or would you go? And they say, I'd love to go, but I heard it's dangerous. It's like, yo, okay, look, I'm not even going to take away from the fact that there's places in Jamaica that are extremely dangerous. However, there's places in London that's dangerous.
I was just about to say that. Like,
imagine like there will be a lot of people that like will go. I go to Jamaica and I go all different places. I'll go to the hood. I'll be all over the place. Yeah, but just for people who go on a holiday, if you're going on a holiday, say you go on a holiday to England, you're not really gonna go Tottenham.
You're not
really, unless you got family. Unless you got family members there, you're probably not really gonna go there. There might be like there might be certain other places as well. Like
I'm trying to think if there's like a tourist spot.
What where?
In Tottenham. That means but I don't think there is.
The thing is, the maddest thing is, if you are coming on a holiday to England, you may not even have heard of Tottenham. Do you get what I'm saying? Like Tottenham may not even be something that exists. So it's the same. Unless you go to football, that's very true.
That's the most.
And even then, if you go into a football game, there's a march happening from like...
you're going from the tube to the stadium with thousands of people.
Do you get what I'm saying? So it's like, when you go to Jamaica, you're probably not going to go Tivoli Garden. You're probably not really going to need to go down there. So
unless somebody's taking you there.
Unless someone's taking you there and like, unless you've got family there or whatever it may be. Or if you, like, say you are super, like, you're so knowledgeable about the happenings in Jamaica and like certain dances and that are happening, then you might be like me. I'm a man who, if I go to a country, I will probably want to risk it and go to a place like that because I might want to go to a rave there. I might want to go to a concert that's happening there or a little thing that's happening down there because I want to see how regular people live within that country. But anyway, I feel that like just having to explain constantly to certain people, especially even being in Jamaica, they're not bad people.
It's not mad. It's not crazy.
They're actually not even bad people.
Because what a friend of mine was telling me that she's going to Jamaica and she wanted, I think it was her cousin that wanted to reach one dance. I can't remember what the dance was called. But my brethren's sister was more kind of like shook about the whole thing. So she wanted to like have security. And then like that turned into like a whole big debacle in the group chat or whatever. Because essentially, if you bring security to a dance, you're attracting attention that says, try me, if that makes sense. But if you just go to a dance, same if you just go to any dance, and dance,
Yeah.
and have a good time and go home, you're probably fine.
Can I say this, yeah? And this is not to say that people should do this,
Mm.
but a couple of men that I was with, big Rolexes,
Yeah.
very expensive watches.
Yeah.
We went all over the place in Jamaica, and there wasn't even a sniff of anything. Now, of course, you could go to certain places and
They'll
certain
question
things
it,
might
yeah.
happen or whatever. But yo, you could go to Oxford Street.
Yeah.
You could go Oxford Street with a Rollie or an AP
And
and
get
get
caught on the wrong
sucked
back road.
right outside the station.
Yeah.
Right outside Nighttown.
Yeah, I've only ever been mugged once, and it was by Oxford Street.
Say again?
I've only ever been mugged once,
And it was by Oxford Street.
But
Serious?
I live in Ends in South London, and nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. It's like things happen, but if you're from somewhere, it's not gonna happen. Like,
Bro, and also bearing in mind as well is that like when you go to a country like that, yeah, you're gonna have a lot of people who don't have a lot of money. They don't, but they find things to sell, or they like, you know, I don't know how it works, but like everyone's selling some shit. Yeah, and like so you'll get people that come up to you and they're like trying to sell you things and whatever it is, yeah, and they're trying to hustle you or whatnot. Now, okay, sometimes that can be a tiny bit annoying, but there's ways to deal with them and there's ways to deal with it. And also on top of that, yeah, you see like the way that they come and they might hustle you, yeah, guess what? You can hustle them too. Some like there was people that were getting so frustrated. Oh, I'm getting ripped off of this and I'm getting ripped off of that. I'm like, okay. Firstly, it's mad cheap. The only reason why it seems expensive is because see, Jamaican money is like $1,000 is like $1,000 Jamaican dollars is like £6.50.
Yeah. So
So-
something might come up as like 5,000. And you're thinking,
Yeah,
wow, that looks
so
crazy.
in your mind, because we're so used to like a grand being like £1,000,
It's a bag,
there's
yeah.
still like a part of us that's like, what are you talking? What, £3,000?
Yeah,
What,
yeah.
£2,000? Fam, it's like £12. It's like it's not a lot of money, but even then, yeah. Say like they're hustling you. You don't have to take the price that they're giving you.
You could
Nah, that's
hustle.
the thing. It kind of goes both ways.
It goes both ways. Enough times a man
Now
says
I'll
to
give
me,
500.
a man says to me, oh, like I'll say, how much is that? You say, oh, like $1,500.
Yeah.
I'm giving you $1,000. Just
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
And they're
he'll
like,
take it.
they might be like, I don't know, like, give me $1,000 too. Cool, $1,000 too.
Yeah.
I didn't pay
Same thing happens
$1,500.
in Ghana. Like, they'll come up to you and try to sell you one of them bracelets that they make. They'll switch stitch on the side or whatever.
Yeah.
And the first price they'll tell you is crazy if you don't know the conversion.
Yeah.
So you can instantly say 80% lower, and they'll be like, I bet. Like, because they knew that it was a gross inflation, but it was just because
Same with taxis in some countries. as
yeah,
well.
if they can finish you, they'll finish you. But it's you just got to be more wise to where you're traveling to. Like, you got to travel with some kind of like mind on you that says, okay, I'm in a different space, so pattern up.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. But also, like, sometimes you have to be conscious a little bit about like how you're looking at people. How you're dealing with them, because like sometimes, again, like you might not be aware of it, but you're going there and you're like making these comments or like doing certain things, and essentially you're looking down on them
While you're there, it's
while you're
mad.
there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and I feel sometimes as well, it depends on how your mindset is, because you could be in the most beautiful place. Yeah? If you're a pessimist, you're gonna see the negative in everything. Do you get me? You're gonna just see everything's negative. But if you like open your eyes just a little bit more, you'll be able to see how beautiful it is and how like how cool some of these people are. You know, like you might go to a place, yeah, say like, and you're looking at people with like tough faces, and their eyes might be like quite dark, and like, you know, they look like they might not have washed for a little bit or whatever it may be, and they just something about them just like looks like struggle. In our minds, we're thinking, "Raw, oh my god, we better stay away from."
Yeah.
In Jamaica,
I guarantee
can
they're the
almost
nicest
guarantee
people.
you, yeah. You see when you hail a man up, you see when a man's looking at you in your eyes, and you look back at him and you nod at him and you say, "Yes, my brother," or whatever it is. He hails you up properly, properly.
Yeah.
You see here, if I'm walking and I see a man or whatever, and I just nod my head at him, enough times man ain't not even nodding their head back.
They're just,
They are not.
they're like, who's this?
people.
I know you from where? Where do I know you from? Or it's a slow nod, like.
Exactly.
Yeah. But have you ever been in a scenario where like you go it somewhere and like you're the only black brother there and you see another black brother and you just might just nod at him?
Yeah.
Just quickly just be like, Yeah, well, go on.
I can't even lie. You know, that happened in Poland. I was filming something in Poland, yeah. I was there for like 5 days. And for the whole 5 days, I saw 2 black people. No word of a lie.
Yeah.
And the second black one I saw, like, we looked at each other, yeah. And like, you know, like we had this big smile on each other. And you know what? It was almost like we both wanted to just give each other a massive hug. Bro. But we, because it moved so quick, we just, it
happens,
didn't happen.
man. When you travel so much, you get to see and understand so many different cultures and just understand life in a different way. And that's why I always implore people to like travel much as people, like as much as they can.
And speak to people.
Yeah.
Like travel, speak to people, understand, like, don't, see, the tourist side of things and that is cool, yeah. But you bearing in mind, you're not seeing the real side of the country by just staying in a proper tourist area.
Yeah.
Now I get that, like, sometimes not everyone they don't have the personality to be able to, like, that's just not really their thing, and that's cool. I can't be mad at that. But yo, don't never be in a place and look down on people like that. Yeah, and also not my people. Yeah, I'm never gonna allow someone to go and be around me and look
and
down
try to cheese up Jamaica
amongst my own people.
Yeah,
that's insane to me, bro. But like overall, bro, I swear to you, man, the country is just like I could easily see myself, once it's all said and done, that's like my place that I'll be and just chill, man. And just like,
that's it, and
just take it, and you know what I mean.
I'm glad you know that. I'm glad you know there's a point where it's like, do you know what, it's time, man. Yeah, let's just go sit down in the heat and just live until we can't live no more. Trust me, there's a point for that. I feel like I would move to Ghana, or I definitely.
Is that where you're from?
Yeah, I'm from Ghana.
Oh, okay.
I definitely have a house in Ghana.
Lit.
But I'm trying to find that place still. I think if I get to a point in my life where I'm older, I've made all my P's, I'm ready to retire, and I haven't found that other place, I understand it's Ghana. And a big part of me knows it's Ghana first, but I just want to see. You know, I want to check.
You got plenty of time, and I got plenty of time. But I think as well, it's like sometimes it's just about like, sometimes you appreciate things when you're more in different stages in your life. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, say like you was going to Ghana as a kid.
Yeah. Oh.
Like you might have just you might not have loved it.
I didn't go. So I went, the last time I was in Ghana, I was 11, and I didn't go again until I was 25.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you go when you're a little bit older and you start to understand things a little bit better. You start to appreciate things a bit better. You start to appreciate your own culture better. Like, even the tasting of the food and stuff like that, you start to look at different.
It's because it's more based on nostalgia. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? So like simple things like street food, like certain street foods, you'll be like, I really just craved that. Do you know what I mean? I think that there's something in Ghana called chebab, which is basically just meat. Like sometimes it's goat meat, sometimes it's chicken or whatever, sometimes it's beef or whatever. Depends on where you go. But they'll fry it, put it on a stick with like onions and peppers or whatever, and then put like this like pepper on it. That's like just, I don't know I can't describe the taste to you. It's just paying in it, And like I remember having it as a kid, and one of the first things I wanted to do when I got to Ghana when I was older is go find it. And like I remember eating it, I wanted to cry. It's such like, it's the simplest street food, but I'm like, this feels like home. Like you get me? And sometimes you just can't really fake that feeling. Do you see what I'm saying? Like there is a point where you kind of have to go and see what's going on.
100%. Do you know what I love about Jamaica so much as well? Like even now is that like, you see, dancing within dancehall has been a thing for years. Yeah. But like of late, of the last few times I've gone, I've realised that like it's even more of a thing now. Like people are going to these dances, and there's like in Jamaica, and it's like I went to Stone Love. Stone Love had a dance in Kingston. I went there, and like the tunes are running and that, and like people are kind of in the middle, just casually doing routines and that, and like certain people will just jump in because they're not like, not all the things are hard, but before you know it, it's like bare people in there just shouting out doing bare, and then like you got a man in there that's got the little gas thing and just lighting.
Yeah, I'm on that. I want to see it.
I got a picture I'm going to show you. I want you to pull it on the screen as well. But there's like even like the whole thing of they like light something on the floor. They lit like some little flame flower thing on the floor, and then everyone's kind of dancing around it or whatever. Bro, it's so cold. Let me show you this picture quickly.
Wavy.
If you're watching YouTube, you'll be able to see one on the screen. But like, look at that. Look at that, bro.
Mad. And you can tell everybody there.
And that's like early in the dance kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Show Callum as well.
And get the flamethrower in the background as well.
Yeah,
That's
it's
a
mad,
vibe,
bro.
man.
Bro.
I remember when in Ghana on New Year's, we drove out to a beach called Kokobite.
Yeah.
And we like basically just had like, it was 10 of us. Joshua Kissy was there, Mahanila, a few of us. It was about 10 of us, and we just had we literally partied on the beach with the locals. And on like New Year's Day, they light these massive bonfires. But what was crazy about it was that the power went out, because you know, like, I'm sure it happens in Jamaica, like electricity will just go sometimes. It'll come back, but sometimes it'll just cut out in Ghana. So electricity's cut out right before the countdown. So everyone's like, like no one can tell what time it is properly. And like it was almost like it was like planned. It almost seemed planned. Like it was almost like a minute past, so it didn't make much of a difference. All the lights came back on, the music came back on, and the bonfires went up. And like now, all of a sudden, everyone's celebrating on the beach and just
euphoric.
Like, oh man, it was beautiful. Like I think that was the best way I've ever entered a year.
Yeah.
I think that was that start of 2019. Yeah, I think it was. You forget with New Year's because transitioning between the years is a bit weird anyway. Yeah,
man. You see, like, you go to certain places, man, and you see that, like, some people, they may not have money, but they're just rich in spirit. Do you get me? And that's like...
That's the highest currency.
That's the highest, because it's different. That's different energies.